Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Wednesday, the 7th of July, comes to you from London. And massive move yesterday in the emissions price, about 7% down on the day. We see here on the hourly chart. We'll come and take a look at that and what that means and what the price targets are. But first of all, we'll just take a look at what's going on in the bigger picture. So this is my weekly, my daily, and my 60-minute chart, long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market, with the corresponding point and figure targets. And so we see the dollar index continues to just edge higher here. We're bullish above the cloud on the short term. So dollar strength is the theme. That means euro weakness. We're firmly below the 120 level now and below the cloud on that medium term chart with a new low. This is the level we have to watch, the end of March, that low. And the fact that the dollar is making new highs against the yen tends to be a little bit of a lead indicator. So we wouldn't be surprised to see it rise to new highs against other currencies. Sterling sitting at 137.98, just breaking below the 138 level and just teetering on this short-term cloud. Sterling against the euro sitting at 116.66, still just edging higher all the time. We did see it as high as 117.50 in April, and that's the level that we're looking for sterling to run again versus the euro. A lot of this is driven by the dollar, of course. Taking a look at Bitcoin, we're sitting just at $35,000, just holding on to that cloud support. The S&P 500 index was down 0.2% yesterday, but it is still looking strong on all three time frames, and the same for the Nasdaq, looking strong there as well. The futures are up slightly this morning. The S&P future up 0.12%, and the Nasdaq EBIT up 0.3%. The VIX volatility has fallen back, was 15. It's just starting to just look a little bit more bullish there. So the market just a little bit more fearful. FTSE future up 0.2%. The DAX in Germany up just under 1%. And the CAC Quarante up just over 0.5%. Japan was actually down just nearly 1%. And the Hang Seng was down as well. China up 0.2%. And the Sensex in India continuing its rise, looking strong still. The Aussie market recovering after a pretty poor day the day before, so back up, holding that high that we saw made recently. Looking at soft commodities, we've got sugar up 0.9%, wheat up 0.9%, corn up 1.5%. These trends all looking very strong indeed, so soft commodities looking strong. Gold holding the $1,800 level, bullish on all three time frames. Silver also pushing higher, looking good there as well. Platinum up 0.1%, and palladium, which fell 10% that few weeks ago, recovered all that ground and some, so looking strong there as well. Copper continues its rise, up 1.6%. That trend looking very strong for copper. US 10-year yields falling right back. We're now at 1.34%. So moving back into short-term or medium-term bearish territory. That target of 134 just been met. That was given back on the 17th of June. So interestingly, we will get a downside target here. We're pulling right the way back, but this big long-term upside target is still hanging over us. Taking a look at the energy mix now, we've got Brent crude sitting at $75, sitting steady there. This is my daily and then my 60-minute chart. We sort of fall away yesterday as well on Brent crude. Got as high as 78 and then just fell right back. So interestingly, we have activated a downside target. We still have this upside target to 96 in train, but we did have big falls yesterday. Same with WTI, of course, it fell back as well, but so that we are in short-term bearish territory with downside targets. US nat gas also fell back, not as badly, and looking still very strong indeed. Coal sitting at $86, still looking steady there, and holding the short-term trend on the 60-minute chart. Mixed targets, but we've still got the 90 target there on the 1 minute. Emissions, we're waiting for today's price actions. We bounced right on support on the 60-minute chart. We've still got these long-term targets in train. We've come back to the cloud. We bounced at 53. That is really important. 52 is the intraday or the intra-hour low, and we do have a new target this morning at 57.60. So that's what we're watching. That's some 6% higher. Just a lot of volatility there in emissions. And on the UK contract, much the same picture, of course. We don't have a target yet, but we will get a target off this thrust here. Gas prices holding on. They fell away as well yesterday. So that's actually a bearish engulfing candle on the daily. So this is the beginning probably of a fall away, having had such an amazing run. We've got to watch that 80 level on TTF and BP, and on TTF we're falling right back. A lot of volatility. Notice how on TTF we bounce right on the cloud there. If we look at German power, we're sitting at 71, pulled back here as well yesterday. Across the day, here are all the hours, and that's the candle, another bearish engulfing. So downside targets, looks like we're taking a breather this week. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.